This is probably the most interesting aspect of kodawari is that in order to practice it, you need to start small.
Uh-huh.
And there's no grand announcement or chest beating or goal setting. It's this just start small. I think I'd describe it as like a baby steps to mastery, but there really is no mastery, but it is this baby steps approach, one thing at a time, trying your best to perfect it, and then moving on to the next step. And that's something you talk about a lot, and it's one of your pillars of ikigai is starting small. So if we are trying to, I mean, is kodawari something you can force? How can we practice kodawari?
Well, yeah, that's the most difficult part, isn't it? I mean, the fact is that if you go to a restaurant or any craftsmanship place, you rarely talk about the ultimate goal or ultimate purpose. You never hear it mentioned. I mean, you really start from small things like, hey, can you peel this onion, or can you make this, scrambled egg or whatever. I mean, you always start from really specific thing, and you almost never talk about the grand goal of achieving something, and that is the spirit of starting small. And but it's not that that shokunin or craftsmen do not have any goals. I mean, they do have goals, but they do not mention it. So I think this is a great way of starting things, because too many times people talk about the ultimate goals. You can even discuss it in modern setting. For example, people who make games. Many kids' dream job is probably now making games and to be a game producer. You can be grandiose and talk about ultimate goals of producing really wonderful games, but at the end of the day, you start from how to design your characters, how to make it playable, and so on. So, Nintendo is a company based in Kyoto, and Nintendo, of course, produced all these wonderful game characters like Super Mario and so on. I don't think people at Nintendo starts from really grandiose ultimate goals. They probably start from discussing how we should make the mustache of Mario.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This whole attitude of starting from very specific small things actually makes you go the longest in terms of creating something wonderful. So I think that's a really typical approach by Japanese, and I think that could be an inspiration for many people around the world, because we talk too much about goals and not enough about specifics and small things.